me, Joe. This is the show where I read an article a day to keep my stupid away. Well, it used to be the show where I did that, but it's Wednesday, and that means it's Window Wandering Wednesday, where I look out windows from all over the world and talk about what's going on out there around the globe by reading headlines. Let's do this. Open up right to the first window. Here we are. I believe we're in New Zealand. It looks way too nice. You can see the water. It could be the ocean in the background. Lovely porch. Wood looks very nice. There's bugs flying around. There's butterflies. It's super nice. It's New Zealand. It's probably really nice weather. Let's look at some news stories. Today I'm going to be looking at TLDR, a newsletter from a guy named Dan. I'll link to it if you want to subscribe in the comments below. Big tech and startups. The very first headline I think is super ironic for today, and that is Apple threatens to remove Airbnb from App Store over virtual experiences commission. Apple has demanded a 30% commission for sales of online classes sold by Airbnb and ClassPass. The irony of this headline and of Apple making that threat today is that today, Wednesday, Apple, Facebook, Google, and Amazon are all facing the U.S. House Intelligence Committee on antitrust. Antitrust laws, meaning these companies have gotten too big and perhaps they need to be broken up into smaller companies so that we can increase competition and increase market potential for other competitors. And one of the big points on Apple's reason for antitrust is that they have their hardware business, iPhones, I'm using one right now, and then they have the App Store, which comes installed on all iPhones and also acts as a gatekeeper for others, meaning Spotify has to list their app. We'll use music as an example because they have iMusic as well, which they sell music through. Spotify has to list their app in the Apple App Store to reach millions of users around the world. And whenever anybody buys a subscription through the Apple App Store, Apple takes a commission from Spotify, meaning Spotify is essentially paying a tax to Apple in order to use their platform. And then Apple also gets to collect data from them, and they get to market their number one music their music app as number one or most popular or most suggested app against Spotify, meaning they're creating a monopoly where they get paid from their competitors, and then also they get to suggest their own app against them, even though Spotify's rated higher. That's messed up. And so the U.S. is right now is grilling these companies on why they shouldn't be broken up and why they haven't used predatory practices like I just described to drown out or halt innovation and competition. I wonder if they'll bring it up in the hearing today about the Airbnb thing, because it's a very timely story. Virgin Galactic spacecraft has 6 passenger seats and lots of windows. Speaking of windows, let's see what else we got here. Amsterdam, Netherlands. We got a silent window, but it is a interesting window. It's a corner piece. We've got some plants here. We can see a very busy street in the background. I've been to Amsterdam before, and this is one of the canals. They have several kind of streets almost in like a grid, and then they have some canals in between each of the streets. This is pretty cool, but I want some sound, so let's see if we can get another window. See you later, Amsterdam. Enjoy the nice weather. We've got Switzerland. Oh, wow. This is picturesque window right here. This is so Switzerland. Like, I just imagine the Ricola ads, just some guy up in those mountains. Ricola. We got plants in the foreground and just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous mountains and a cottage house in the background, or in the midground. What a window. Let's see what else we got here. Virgin Galactic has released images of the interior of its VSS Unity spacecraft. VSS. What is VSS? I don't even know what USS stands for. United States something, right? Because that's USS Grant. That's like a ship. United States ship. So, Virgin Spaceship. I bet you it's Virgin Spaceship Unity, VSS. Ha! Figured it out. The spacecraft will be able to carry up to six passengers and fly at altitudes above 80 km. Passengers will be able to view the planet via 2 dedicated windows and 2 cameras that will record their experiences. The seats will become nearly horizontal during the zero gravity phase of the flight, maximizing the room inside the cabin. It has taken nearly 2 decades for this project to reach this stage. Virgin Galactic is now setting up its New Mexico facilities and finalizing the design of the VSS Unity. The images are available in this article. I took a quick look at the images. It looks like a very, very, very tiny airplane. The window is very pill-shaped, or I don't know what you would call that. Like, what? Yeah, it's pill. It's pill-shaped, right? Pill. A pill window. It's a pill window, but there is a lot of space between the seats, so there's a lot of room so you can stretch out. And I guess the seats also go pretty much horizontal so that you can float up into space while they record you with 2 cameras. It looks purple and white on the inside. Looks kind of nice. Would you be interested in taking a flight on the VSS Unity, going up into space? Who knows? But let's find another window. In Nezona, Israel. Wow, another really nice looking window. In Israel, in January of this year, I got to visit Tel Aviv, and Tel Aviv was not as green as this window is, but does kind of look like this. Pretty modern design, nice earth tones against the green. Decent window. World's largest nuclear fusion project begins assembly in France. The world's largest nuclear fusion plant, Nuclear. Do you say nuclear or nuclear? Regardless. It will weigh 23,000 tons with a 200 km of superconducting cables connecting 3,000 tons of superconducting magnets. That's a lot of cable. 200 kilometers of cable connecting 3,000 tons of superconducting magnets. That's magnetic. All the components will be kept at negative 269. How? Speaking about magnetic attraction. All the components will be kept at negative 269 degrees Celsius inside the cryogenic plant. The ILTER project will cost 20 billion euros and promises clean, unlimited power. It is intended to be a proof of concept of large-scale fusion rather than designing for the commercial reactor. That sounds very cool. So finally, nuclear power, unlimited energy using superconductors. Crazy. This window is not a very long loop, so let's find a new one. We got a Greece window, and this one has someone playing piano in the background. And I hope it's not just a loop of dun 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 dun. Some chill hop. All right. Towards eternal sunshine. New links found between memory and emotion. I almost feel like rapping to this. Emotionally charged memories can seem to transport us back to those life events, creating vivid visions. Studies have found that a special group of cells in the hippocampus synchronize their activity to speak to the amygdala every time mice recall trauma. Disruption to the pathway could potentially be an easy and specific path towards emotional relief. Enjoying my wandering mind while I look out some windows? Hit that subscribe button and mash that bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video, which is currently daily, and on Wednesdays you can enjoy this show. Thank you. I was too busy rapping that to actually take in what I just said. Something about emotionally charged memories transporting us back to vivid life events. We can use a special group of cells in the hippocampus to synchronize this activity, to recall the trauma, and disruption to that pathway that is lit up when we recall that memory could potentially lead to relief from probably something like post-traumatic stress disorder. Super interesting. Seems like they're doing experiments in mice around that. Next up, before I keep wrapping all of the stories, we got a rainy Mumbai. This definitely looks like Mumbai in India. You can see in the background some of the buildings look kind of half finished or really weathered. That is very common in India to see that all over the place. This is a pretty nice picture of Mumbai, even if it is a little just depressing. Mumbai can be really sad sometimes. You can't see the slums in this picture, but man, there are some slums in Mumbai that you do not want to see. Ironic next story. First look at Elon Musk's personal Tesla Model S with prototype color. Speaking of privilege. Tesla's gigafactory Berlin in Germany is expected to be completed in 2021. It features the world's most advanced paint shop, producing layers of colors that subtly change with curvature. A picture of Elon Musk's personal Tesla Model S showing off a new prototype color is available in that article. Tesla has reduced color options to streamline its production and simplify service repairs in recent years. Other factories will be upgraded over time as there are issues with retrofitting and operating paint shop. I think it's really interesting that they've reduced the number of colors. I think that's actually smart. If you streamline your product, it's generally easier to scale, so that's not a bad move, especially when Tesla does struggle with production and it has plagued its stock for years now. Also happened recently is that the Pentagon and the not Wall Street Journal, New York Times released an article saying that there will be some releases soon around UFOs from the Pentagon. That's exciting. They're out there.
Take us to your leader. We have flown from across the galaxy. Please take us to your
aliens. Oh, no. Oops. That's us. I misspoke. Take us to your leader. Unidentified aerial phenomena. Okay, Pentagon. We're just going to rename UFOs now. They're unidentified flying objects, not unidentified aerial phenomena. UAP? That's come on. Any branding and marketing person can tell you that UAP, WAP, doesn't sound anywhere near as cool as UFO. UFO, we know you. I don't know. I can't rap. I'm not freestyler. The Pentagon officially releases videos earlier this year showing unidentified aerial phenomena, also known as UAP in our skies. Could just call it a UFO. Or unidentified aerial pills, because it actually looked like a pill. I remember seeing it on online. While there was a lot of interest in studying UAPs in the 1960s, interest has waned for various reasons. An international and interdisciplinary approach to studying UAPs will be more viable now. UAPs are generally ignored due to their transient nature and the topic being taboo. Kind of like sneaking in on your stepbrother. You know what I'm talking about. But there may be many things we can learn from them by using a modern scientific approach. But that's it from TLDR from a guy named Dan. Interesting stories. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there are aliens somewhere out there in the universe. Maybe they're just bacteria. Maybe they're actually other intelligent life forms. Who knows? But the universe is huge. I was actually recently playing a game called Last of Us 2. And there's a part where you are in a museum. And at one point, you're looking at a diorama of the solar system, the one that we live in. And one thing stood out to me, and that was, one, the fact at how unique Earth is against the other planets. The other planets all look pretty drab compared to Earth. They're either one solid color, like red or kind of gray, bluey, and maybe some green, but that's really it. And then Earth just stands out as this blue ball against all these other grayish colors. And it made Earth look really special. And I was like, holy shit, we are living on a very special planet in a very special place at this exact point around a star, our sun. And it really is incredible to see and just realize how special Earth is and how uncommon it is for this Goldilocks zone around the sun, but also how common it actually is, because every one of the stars you look at in the sky is potentially another galaxy with another sun with another Earth-like planet. And if you're telling me that out there all those stars traveling around them, that there's not one planet where some sort of life involved that's semi-intelligent, I think you're nuts. You're absolutely crazy. There's no fucking way that there isn't intelligent life out there. None. Zero. There has to be something. Maybe semi-intelligent. Maybe not really intelligent, but semi-intelligent. There's got to be. I bet you they don't look like us either. There's no way. They definitely don't look like us. So it's us versus them. Let's see here. What else have we got? Back to one of my favorites, The Hustle. We've got festival fans finally have something to cheer about. Lollapalooza will air on YouTube this weekend, starting on Thursday. That's tomorrow. If you're into Lollapalooza, check it out, streaming on YouTube. Another long-awaited news, the resolution to the Tenet saga, the Christopher Nolan film, will hit theaters next month, which is not in the U.S. because the U.S. can't get their shit together for coronavirus. Google will keep its employees working remotely until at least next July. Super interesting. Pretty much leading the way in remote work. More Turkey Day dominoes are falling. Target and Dick's Sporting Goods will close on Thanksgiving. Sorry, everybody, but you're actually going to have to spend time with your family and eat some turkey. But no football! Ooh, that's going to be rough for a lot of you Americans. No American football. Also, there's been a mystery coming out. Oh, we've been in Mumbai for far too long. We got to switch a window before we talk about this mystery. Keeping it mysterious. Holy cow, Italy. Look at this nice window. We've got the hills in the background. Probably a wine country. Looks like they would be growing wine there. Lovely, lovely view from Italy. Back to this mystery. The mystery is a sprouting in mailboxes in the United States. Some people say they've gotten unsolicited packets of seeds in the mail, maybe from China. What is China doing? How are they infecting our American soil with their seeds? Literally infecting with seeds, growing from the ground up over decades. China will finally dominate America by growing forests of bamboo, and then they will ride their pandas in. That's their plan. Their bamboo seeds. China's going to invade, riding giant pandas, and they're seeding that right now so that the pandas can eat the bamboo. If you don't know this, bamboo actually takes a very long time to grow and become adult. So that's what's going on. They're trying to make bamboo forests so that they can ride in on their war pandas and take us out. I figured it out. You're welcome, U.S. government. I hope you're listening. We've got a couple more headlines and then we'll end this. And we'll also switch a window to Glasgow, Scotland. It's an okay window. It just looks like I'm chilling inside one of my uncle's houses, or like an aunt's house, or a family member's house, maybe a family friend's house. I'm not really feeling this, but it makes me want some whiskey. New window. Let's see what we got here. Ivano-Frankivsk, Ukraine. I believe I visited this window before. It's a decent window in the Ukraine, just hanging out. Got a dog barking in the background, but let's get another one. Ooh, Zushi, Japan. Oh, it would have been awesome if they had like a Zen garden and then looking outside. Oh man, it could have been so cool. But we don't have that. We just have a breezy patio with a plant. It does sound cold though. That breeze is making it sound super cold. With a mug, probably of some matcha tea, and a bowl that probably had some rice on it. London has a fix for its public transport woes. Use open air tour buses. No thank you. I've never ridden on one of those, and I have zero interest in riding on one. Need to make sure Alexa isn't eavesdropping. I think this is a common concern. You can install AlexaGate add-on to your Alexa to see when it's listening to your conversations. That's a big topic. Are our smartphones and our Google and Facebook listening in on our conversations? You can now find out if Alexa is listening. Is she? Alexa, you listening? You listening? A small company near Dallas that roasts nuts for major airlines is now saddled with thousands of pounds of unsold nuts. You can buy them online for half off. I'll link in the description below if you're interested. It's some salty nuts. The name of the next Call of Duty video game has been under wraps for some time now, but a Doritos promo might have accidentally spoiled it. I clicked on the link, so if you don't want it spoiled, don't listen. But really, honestly, who cares about Call of Duty in the name? I believe it is Cold War taking place in Russia or against Russia. Maybe you're just going to be hacking, and that's going to be the new Call of Duty game, is hacking. Last one, at least the pizza biz is booming. Delivery orders have shot up so much that Papa John's is hiring 10K more workers, which is kind of sad because I remember the Papa John's guy kind of being some sort of racist or bigot. But I think he's out and there's somebody new in. So I hope Papa John's does do good if there is a new, better, and more appropriate CEO heading up this 10K growth due to people staying home, quarantining, and pizza-ing. Or pizza and chilling. I'm not really sure which one it is. Regardless, one more window. Argentina, Cordoba. Not a great window. Not much going on. A lot of grays. A lot of kind of neutral tones. We can see people in the background playing soccer, which is not surprising considering this is in Argentina. I feel like I'm looking out a door and not a window. But that has been today's Joe Show. If you like my content, hit the subscribe button and mash that bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. If you find a cool newsletter for Window Wandering Wednesday, send that over to hijoeshow@gmail.com. Otherwise, until next time, read something good, because this has been the Joe Show. I love you.